Welcome back to my channel. My name is Aduni Exclusive. If this is your first time here, I say a very big welcome, and if you have been here for a while now, welcome to you to just sit back and watch while I do this tutorial. This is a V-shaped Gele tutorial. I've done one already. This is just like a summary of what you have learned before. You might not be seeing some few steps in this video, but just make sure that you take note of the little ones, the little steps that I do on this particular style, because this Gele is different from the other Gele that I used. I mean, the material. This material is much more, should I say, heavier, and that's much of weight. So at every point in time when I tie this Gele, I use all my energy to tie the Gele because it has so much weight. That brings me to the fact that you need to know and study the Gele, the type of Gele that you are working with. This Gele, trust me, this Gele is heavy. It has a lot of weight, but if you are able to learn or understand the kind of Gele that you are working with, it will be very much easier for you when you are tying it. So while I tie this Gele, I make sure that when I take one plate, I flatten it out. When I take another plate, I flatten it out so that it won't go back. You know, this Gele has so much weight that you have to just flatten out immediately. You can. It's not a kind of Gele that when you arrange your plates, it will show immediately. This one you have to use all your energy to hold the plate down, or else you're going to lose your plate. All right, moving on. I'm just tracing out the pleats. I'm picking out the first side of the Gele that gives us the V shape, and I'm tracing it out. Then I'll be telling my model to hold it down for me so I can trace out the other side. Choose out those, then I'll tell her to hold it for me. It is very important. You can see the way I am using all my energy to tie this Gele because it really exhausted me. This Gele material, it's really heavy. Trust me when I say it's really heavy. At every stages you have to hold it down. If you don't hold it down, you will lose your plate and you have to start all over again. So for me to avoid that, I just tell my model to help me hold it down, and I'll be tracing out the second part of the plate. Like I told you in the last video, I said that the V shape that I tie, I start from my right side first. If you know that right side is not convenient for you, just switch to the left side and apply all the processes that I do. Just apply it and you get the same results. Moving on, I'm just basically arranging the plates on the left side. The number of plates that I'm using here is 8. Yes, 8 is 8. Trust me, while I was tying, when I was bringing out the plate, it wasn't easy. It wasn't easy. It's the material of this Gele is different from the material of the previous Gele. So you have to understand your Gele. Please close the door for me. Sorry about that. Alright, so we're moving on. We're just tracing the pleats. Just tracing the pleat and then arranging it. Like I told you, you have to pick your pleat and flatten it out immediately. If you don't do that, you're going to lose your pleat. Okay, so this Gele that I'm tying, I collaborated with another makeup artist. Her name is Trends Signature. That's her handle on Instagram. She was almost done with the makeup. I couldn't wait. I told her to just allow me to tie the Gele before I move on to the next collaboration that I had this day. I had two collaborations that day, so I needed to tell her to allow me to tie before I leave. Then she gave me the opportunity to tie this gele without a finished look. I'm going to upload the finished look at the end of this tutorial. So right here I've done the second side of the gele, and I'm pinning it down. When you are pinning down, make sure that you cross in. I use 8 pleats here. Cross in 7, and the 8th one is the one that I'm going to pin down. Then at this point I'm crossing the longest, and don't forget I said the measurement for V-shape gele is 55, 45, and then the gele itself, the measurement of the gele itself is 90. The length is 90, and I'm using 4 hawe. Whenever you're working on a bride, just tell them to give you 4 hawe, and then nothing less than 90 in length, so that you can have a reasonable length to work with. If you can work on 5 hawe, it is fine, but conveniently you should be able to work with 4 hawe conveniently. So I'll just basically be flattening out my pleats. I don't know if there's another English for that. Yes, flattening out, because at every stage I have to flatten this gele material out, because it will not pleat out. The pleats will not show itself until I flatten them out. So at every point I make sure that I flatten it out. So if by any chance you're working with this type of gele, it's going to stress you. See, I will be very honest at this point, it's going to stress you. As a gele artist, it did really stress me, but of course I found my way around it. So you have to understand your gele. Once you see a gele material, touch the material, feel it, understand the kind of style that you want to tie with the gele material itself. Some gele material cannot tie a gele. Some gele material will only be able to tie round, and there are some material that cannot tie fan gele. So it is very important that you understand your gele material first. When you get to a client, ask the client to show you the gele, so that you can use few minutes to understand your gele. And then if it needs you to squeeze the gele before you tie it, please go ahead to squeeze it. If it needs you to probably fold it into different sector, go ahead to do that. Just make sure that you are working with whatever works for you. You are doing whatever works for you, because at the end of the day, the clients will not see the process. All they want to see is the end result. So as a professional gele stylist, you have to understand that all gele materials are not the same thing. So back to our gele, I am just tracing out the pleats. I'm tracing out the pleats here from the base pleat to the last pleat, from the base what am I even saying from the base to the top of the gele. I have started. Don't forget, the sides will be slim, the middle will be bigger, then the other sides too will be slim. The slim sides, bigger middle, slim side, bigger middle when you're picking the pleats. So just repeat the steps till you get to the top. Yes, just repeat the steps till you get to the top, then arrange. Just arrange. When you are arranging, this gele gave me a tough time. Trust me when I say that. This gele gave me as easy as you're looking at it right now. When I got home that day, I was tired. Like, I have never been tired like that since I've been tying gele. I got tired. I got stressed out. So I am saying all of this for you to know and understand that gele artists, we don't perform magic. So please help us when you are picking gele materials. please help us to pick Gele materials. I know that to be convenient for us to tie, especially brides. This kind of Gele on a bridal day will take time. Will really take time to achieve or whatever style that you want to come up with. To really take time to achieve it, and some brides on their big day, they don't have the time, luxury of time. Alaga is already waiting. The family members are waiting. Everybody is waiting to see the bride. So, brides, please let's be considerate when you are picking the Gele materials for your big day. Let's be considerate. Let's try and check the kind of materials that we want, and give us time too. Don't rush us on your big day. We want to make sure that you look your best. So as much as it's your big day, you got the material already, give us time to be able to achieve your kind of results that you want for your big day. Give us time, please. We are begging, dear brides. This is a letter from Anthony exclusive. All right, so we've gotten to the end point. Now we are picking out the fan shape from the right side. I'm done with the fan shape from the right side, and I'm just doing the second part now. Sorry, I skipped some steps. You've already seen it from the previous video. If you have not seen the previous video, go and see it, and then come back to this post and finish. There's a process that I want you to see here, so come back to this post and finish your tutorial. Alright, so I'm just going to be arranging my pleats here. Basically, I'm arranging the pleats. I'll put my hands in between the Gele, so I can reduce the sizes if need be. I can reduce the sizes, I can flatten out, I can adjust, I can do everything that is important for me to do so as to get my... So I didn't say one thing. When I was tying this Gele, I tried to raise it many times. It was just going back. I tried to raise it higher than this. It was just folding back. So this is the stage that I'm just folding the Gele, arranging the Gele, going back. I'll be going back to one thing that I do. I don't tie my Gele. I just pin it down. For you to pin a bridal Gele, on a big day, so that you avoid it's probably losing and all of that, you have to be a professional Gele stylist. If you know that you cannot use a pin to hold down Gele, please don't try it. If you know that you are confident with how you pin, I'm going to show you in my next video how to pin Gele to the point that it won't lose, the pin won't remove. I'm going to be showing you in my next video. I just hope I remember. I will remember in Jesus' name. So I'm done with the Gele now. I'll just go to the back, use my pin to hold the Gele. I'm not tying this Gele. I'm not tying the Gele just to secure it. I'm not tying it. I'm just using a pin to hold it down. Then I am arranging the Gele. I love the outcome of the Gele eventually, because it gave me a tough time. It really gave me a tough time. You don't want to know what I went through tying this Gele. My arm, oh God, my arm. So I'm just pinning down at the back here, just pinning down. That is the end result, guys. Make sure to follow me on my Instagram page at Adune Exclusive, on all social media platforms at Adune Exclusive. Thank you for your love. Thank you for always showing up for me. Thank you for always viewing my videos. Thank you. And thank you for getting us to 100 subscription. I love you. Thank you, my 100 subscribers. I'll see you all in my next video. Ta-da! Look at my model now. Amatsa.